Let's get the latest from freelance journalist Sarbas Nazari, who joins us live from Tehran. Sarbas, update us on all the numbers.
Well, there's a lot to interpret from those figures. First of all, according to the officials, while the number of the death is growing, the proportion of the mortality rate to the infected cases continues to narrow and could be a sign that, yes, we are closer to the average China rate of around 2–3%. And in addition to that, they are taking pride in the fact that over 200 people have already been remedied and discharged. But the key question raised by many is the extent to which those statistics are reliable, given the context of reports that authorities were aware about the epidemic weeks before it was out in the open. There are reports that the death toll is well over 400, which is, of course, categorically denied by the government. And today the government spokesman said we have been more than transparent in this regard. Whatever it is on the ground, the picture sends very few signals of optimism. We have statements from few lawmakers who were urging WHO to directly intervene because, as they say, the situation is way much graver than what the government projects. Even local officials in the cities of Mashhad and Anzali declared a red alert, and this is telling enough of the chaotic scene that we are dealing with here.
Sarbas, tell us about the latest fatality, a top advisor to Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei.
Well, yes, he was actually somehow the first senior official who fell victim. From day one, this surging number of senior officials being infected has been a challenging issue. This member of the powerful Expediency Council died of the disease only days after his mother also fell victim. And at least 7 members of parliament are already in that club, but in the club of the infected. But even this has sparked fury from the public as people argue that this is discrimination, because at a time when there's this massive scarcity of testing kits, those officials enjoy the privilege of immediate tests, while for ordinary Iranians it might take them days if they are even lucky enough to take the test. An example in this case, of course, was this female nurse who died last week, and in fact, the official results of her testing positive came out today.
And Sarbas, quickly, we're running out of time. Talk about how countries around the world, including China, as well as the WHO, what they're doing to help Iran during this crisis.
Well, yes. We know a team of WHO experts has headed to Tehran, and Iranian officials are also speaking of thousands of kits from the organization, as well as from China. And the Chinese contribution has been made in different forms so far. In fact, it is the Chinese expertise in tackling the disease that is something that Iran is hugely relying on, as Beijing is also one of the few remaining partners of this sanction-hit country. So those packages are seen as a boost to the identification of the infected community. But let's not again disregard the factor of sanctions at play and the factor of domestic corruption. This evening we had videos coming out from a police raid at a warehouse outside Tehran where there were millions of masks and gloves being hoarded by what is called a mafia, and this is just complicating the fight for the government against this huge monster, if you will.
All right, monster indeed. We'll leave it there. Sarbas Nazari live in Tehran. Thank you.